Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? I've got to admit, I'm slightly disconcerted at seeing myself with such clarity on the brand new camera setup, but thanks for asking. Our show today is absolutely filled to bursting point with demolition and construction custody goodness. So let's roll that intro and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Friday, the 20th of August, and as that guy just said, in a new widescreen format. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, materials suppliers' failure to react to the current boom could cost the industry dear. G. O'Brien kit is going under the hammer. Who's buying Wacker Neuson dumpers? The new trick up Engcon's sleeve. And we're going to take you on a trip down memory lane. If you've got any questions or comments about any of that or anything else for that matter, leave them in the chat and we'll get to them just as soon as we possibly can. But first, let's see which celebrities will be celebrating their birthdays on this, the day of days. It's many happy returns to hair-raising boxing promoter Don King, to Bullseye presenter Jim Bowen. Let's see what you would have won. To musicians Isaac Hayes, Robert Plant, Phil Lynott and Fred Durst. That'd be quite a band. Happy birthday also to former Spider-Man Andrew Garfield. Far more importantly, however, it's happy birthday to our buddy Gavin Elson, a font of all knowledge on equipment simulation and a bloody nice bloke too. So many happy returns to them, one and all. Construction and, by association, demolition is a cyclical industry. Its history is a tale of highs and lows and of peaks and troughs. In the normal way of things, each boom is followed by a bust. Each bust begats a boom. It's not a great system, but it's worked for pretty much as long as any of us can remember, so we're stuck with it now, I guess. Under normal circumstances, these highs and lows mirror the ebb and flow of the economy, which strangely but predictably moves in roughly decade-long cycles. The industry has time to ramp up to make ready for the next big push. However, more than a year and a half after an unseen and unprecedented pandemic made landfall here in the UK, it appears that the current boom has taken many in the supply chain by surprise. Brexit hasn't helped either, of course, but we now face the very real prospect of the current highs becoming entirely unsustainable due to a lack of people, equipment and materials. Talk of skill shortages are nothing new, of course, and this is not the first time that equipment manufacturers have sold their year's production well before that year is over. What I do find surprising, however, is the failure of material suppliers to respond to what I admit are a highly unusual set of circumstances. The Construction Inquirer today is reporting that supply problems are now so tight that brickwork contractors are now quoting lead times into next year for some products. One brickwork firm told the Inquirer there is an unprecedented struggle to get supplies. Very few products from any of the main four companies are available until next year. It's horrendous. Loads are being cancelled or put back every day. They have generally oversold. According to another source, chest-high courses of brickwork across a new housing development had to be broken out to be replaced by a different range after stocks of that particular facing brick had dried up. Brick producer Wienerberger this week wrote to its UK construction customers, warning that the changing market that had led to delivery failures. It blamed a sharp fall in typical order cancellations rates, usually notified because of planning rejection or projects being postponed or cancelled. Now get this. The letter said, at the start of 2021 and for many years, the average order schedule cancellation has been in excess of 24%. Due to market pressures and material shortages in the last quarter and the month to date, that percentage of cancellations has dropped to just above 6% on average. Yeah, you heard that right. Brick manufacturers have set their production and their deliveries on the assumption that just under a quarter will be cancelled or postponed. In an age where we have real-time industry information at our very fingertips. How on earth is this still considered a sensible mode of operation? Unfortunately, Builders Conference CEO Neil Edwards is currently on holiday. Otherwise, I'd be bringing him onto the show right now to explain and possibly to have a rant alongside me. But in his absence, let me explain. When the BC Live League table announces that a construction contract has been awarded, we know that, on average, the actual start of that project is roughly 20 to 25 weeks away. Contracts awarded today will not require bricks, blocks, and other materials until the end of the year. Surely almost half a year is sufficient time to put in place the required materials, rather than just taking a punt and hoping that some of them will be cancelled. Assuming that they stick with the industry, construction and demolition professionals can generally expect to encounter 2 or even 3 major booms during the course of their careers. How sad, how ridiculous, and how stupid would it be if we allowed this one to slip through our fingers purely because of our inability to read the writing on the wall and to respond accordingly?
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Euro Auctions is hosting a one-day sale on behalf of G. O'Brien Limited on the 22nd of September at the G. O'Brien Depot in Wallsend Aggregate Centre up in Tyne and Weir. On-site pre-sale viewings will take place on the 20th and 21st of September, when bidders will have the opportunity to inspect the equipment prior to the sale. Matt Wood, Territory Manager for Euro Auctions, explains the significance of this sale. This sale will see a great collection of specialist demolition equipment and tools go under the hammer that are in good condition and have been well maintained. This will be of significant interest to the demolition and aggregate recycling industry. If any of these items are on your shopping list, you might want to take a closer look at this. The auction will include a 2009 Hitachi ZX 470 LCH, that's a -3 with a 24-meter high boom. A 2008 ZX 870 LCH -3 with a 40-meter high boom. There are ZX 490s, that's a 2017 model, and a 2016 model as well. There's multiple 2016 circa 2016 ZX210 LC-5B models. There's Brock robots, multiple Brock robots. The sale will also include crushing and screening equipment from the likes of McCloskey, Terex, Finley, and Power Screen, together with a wide range of demolition attachments such as multi-processors, hammers, shears, pulverizers, and selector grabs to suit excavators from 20 to 80 tons. Premium brands include La Bounty, Allied, and Genesis. You can find out more about all of that and see the shopping list yourself over at euroauctions.com. My apologies. On the 23rd of March 2020, Demolition News broadcast live for the first time. I just got back from the ConExpo show in Las Vegas and was stuck in what turned out to be a very long, very long lockdown. So using an existing webcam and a microphone I had lying about the place, I hit the go live button, and as you're about to see, I was quite clearly excited at the prospect. And if you look very closely, you might notice that I'd apparently been sucking on a blue sweet just before the show started. Watching this, or where you're watching this, and welcome to the first ever of the Demolition Daily. Just to give you a quick rundown on some of the things we're going to be covering today. I've got a list, as you can see, very high tech. I've got it on paper. Can you believe that people came back for more of that? What the hell were you thinking? What the hell was I thinking? Why am I showing you this? Well, in the 515 days since that first tentative step into the world of live broadcasting, we've been through a multitude of changes. The camera has changed at least 3 times. The backdrop has changed 4 times. The hat has changed several times as well. I'd like to think my delivery and my enthusiasm has improved just marginally along the way, and I've certainly learned to avoid blue sweets prior to any broadcast. But today actually marks the first broadcast with the now long-awaited new setup. As you can see, we now have a nice wide shot, and hopefully you can see a marked improvement in the quality of the picture as well. If it wasn't already clear after roughly 320 shows, we are 100% committed to these live shows. That's what I do for a living now. So yeah, we are 100% committed to this. We've built a live audience, a loyal audience rather, for these live shows, and now get way more feedback on these shows and engagement as well than on anything else we do. So the switch to a new computer, camera and lighting rig reflects our commitment to bring you the best possible content with the best possible audio and video quality. So we may have done more than 300 shows in the space of 515 days, but today marks a new beginning. Incidentally, on the subject of all these things, I need your help. Let me just get to the right place. Hopefully that will do it. I need your help. Yes. In fact, it's not me that needs your help. It's a friend of the show that needs your help. My guest on that first ever show was my mate Peter Haddock, who has been equally prolific since we took those first shaky steps into the world of video together. Peter's YouTube channel is a repository of some of the most insightful construction content on the whole of the interwebs. In fact, the only thing his channel lacks is the number of subscribers that it so richly deserves. So, YouTube actually, just to fill you in, YouTube actually rewards its creators that have more than 1,000 subscribers with additional tools and systems that allow them to enrich their channels for you, basically, the watching public. Now, I've just posted a link to Peter's channel in the chat, so please do him, me, and yourselves a favour. Hop on over and hit that subscribe button. You can thank me for it later. Gloucester-based Galtech has maintained its faith in Wacker Neuson and dual view dumpers. Trying saying that with a mouthful of sweets. The company already operates a fleet of a dozen dual view machines, but has just ordered 3 additional DW90 models. Local dealer Equipment One says the company has also ordered a further 6 DW60s and 4 DW30s as well. So congratulations to Galtech, to Wacker Neuson, and to Ben Dommett and the team at Equipment One for securing this order. Anyone out there fancy flexing their demolition muscles ahead of the construction of a new storage distribution centre on the site of an old gym? Well, Legal & General's Industrial Property and Investment Fund has set aside 750,000 of your finest English pounds for that project, and Havercroft Construction, Lindham Group and Simpson of York are eager to get their hands on that £750,000. But first, a kindly demolition company needs to remove the former Atlanta gym from the site at Seafire Close. You can find out more about this project, lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
If I say the name Engcon to you, what product do you think of? It's tilt rotators, right? The company was one of the tilty pioneers, and its name is synonymous with that product. But as you're about to see, Engcon is more than just a one-trick pony. Let's face it, if anyone knows about the boom attachment interface, you'd like to think it was a tilt rotator manufacturer. Right, that's pretty much it for this morning's show, and that's pretty much it for this week as well. However, before I go, let me show you this. Hopefully you can see that. I received a goodie box from the crew at Molson yesterday, but having just cleared my office to make way for the new setup, I genuinely have nowhere to put it. So on Monday morning, we will be giving this away to one lucky viewer. So make sure you tune in for your chance to win. I won't be here tomorrow, but fear not, our weekend wrap show will drop at some ungodly hour in the morning. So be sure to check that out. In addition, although we haven't managed to find a live feed for this Sunday's Ferry Bridge blast, we'll bring you the footage of that on demolitionnews.com just as soon as we get it, basically. All things being equal, that will probably be our lead item on Monday's show when I return with another generous helping of this stuff and nonsense. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before hopping over to the chat, which has been very busy today. Let's see what you're all talking about. But in the meantime, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues, and I will see you again very, very soon indeed.